Ok, sigamos. Atril para pergamino. La música y el resto de las artes son cruciales para la vida en el Imperio de Jade, tal y como sucede en cualquier sociedad verdaderamente civilizada. Cualquier ciudadano puede disfrutar de los beneficios de la música en su vida cotidiana. Solo la música del propio Imperio de Jade satisface realmente esta necesidad básica. Los pueblos salvajes que nos rodean son inferiores y no saben nada de la auténtica cultura. Sus primitivos tamborileos y aullidos no logran llegar al alma como lo hacen las obras maestras de Trago de Agua o la cautivadora tragedia de Estrella Fugaz. Por esta razón, no necesariamente la única, es nuestro deber como pueblo civilizado llevar nuestra cultura y arte a las sociedades menos avanzadas y más desfavorecidas. Hay algo acá. Letrero. Residencia. Y una jarra. Potencialmente con monedas adentro. En este momento no se puede abrir esta recia puerta. Ok. Escenario de iluminación. Y otro atril. Un atril vacío. Hay una primera vez para todo. Tengo que encontrar a la tipa esta, la enmascarada. A ver si es acá. Sí, es acá. Acá estás. Es difícil de encontrar, maldita.
I didn't expect you in your strange training to make it to the Imperial City. You are proving to be a very interesting person. I should have seen it coming. I suspect that we share a similar strength.
Quizás seamos hermanas. ¿Cómo tengo que llamarte? ¿Zorra de seda o princesa Zulia? No, es la de arriba mejor. Tú no sabes lo que es ser fuerte. Eres una farsante.
No one has compassion for the troubles of a princess. I am restrained by fawning servants, but as Silk Fox, I can go anywhere, and no one hides their true intentions. There is a thrill, of course, and it allows me to find information useful to us both. Death's Hand brought your master Lee to the palace a few days ago. I saw the flyer. He was bound in chains. He must be powerful, or you are. There was something familiar about him as well.
Es lo único que tu padre puede hacer para tenerlo bajo control.
I told you back in Tian's Landing that the Emperor, my father, is not an evil man. Death's Hand has corrupted our court, and you will help me prove it.
Con probarlo te refieres a matarlo, ¿no? Tendrás que demostrarme tu lealtad.
I am worth trusting. With my influence, you can enter the palace and confront my father directly about Master Li, this destiny of yours, or whatever you want. But your words will fall on deaf ears unless Death's Hand is first discredited. Until then, entering the palace would just endanger you with no hope of success.
Si no me ayudas, buscaré yo solo la forma de llegar hasta el palacio.
The palace is protected by the wall, which is guarded by whole garrisons. Not even birds pass over. Dragon powder turrets are manned night and day. I'm sorry, but the palace is fortified beyond reason, and only the official seal of the court allows passage within. You need me, and I need you.
Destruir a mano de la muerte también es prioritario para mí.
A wise decision. His hold over my father is nearly absolute, but if we could show conclusive evidence of his crimes, my father would have to listen. I know how. Construction on the wall has stopped for the first time in generations. The workers now toil in factories building powerful creatures of stone and clay called golems. Death's Hand could use these automatons to seize the Empire, and my father is oblivious. We must infiltrate the Lotus Assassins and find evidence of this treachery.
Una fábrica de golems como la que describes no puede ser pequeña. No basta con que la identifiquemos.
My father may have approved the factory without considering what it could be used for. If we just tell him my suspicions, he will dismiss them. We need proof of Death's Hand's intent from the seat of his power, the Lotus Assassin Fortress. It would be impossible to assault, so just walk in. They are recruiting.
Es ridícula. ¿Quieres que sencillamente pida que me admitan?
Have any Lotus Assassins who saw your face lived to report back? I doubt it. They will not recognize you as the person who fought them in Tian's Landing. They have a vague description full of guesswork that has guards holding people at random. Besides, they expect an attack, not someone trying to catch their eye. I would wager that you may profit from their tasks too. Can you see the beauty in using their own methods of recruitment to fight them? I think they deserve it.
Sigue con tu plan, veamos lo ridículo que es.
There are guilds within the Lotus Assassins. Executioners look for fearsome warriors. Inquisitors are more subversive, and they look for cunning in their agents. If you prove yourself in the arena, they will notice you. My people can spread rumors of your interest. The Executioner will take a real interest when you finish the silver round. Or if you prefer, the Inquisitor recruiter is also seeking new people. He might be open to persuasion.
¿Cómo es que sabes tanto de los asesinos del loto?
Death's Hand rules over the Lotus Assassins, so I take special interest in their activities. I've had most of my life to ask questions. You suspect my motives? You have no reason to doubt me. If I wanted the Lotus Assassins to find you, I could simply tell them your name.
Tú no sabes mi nombre. Probaré suerte en la palestra imperial.
Yes, I will have my people spread rumors of your interest. Once you pass the silver round, the Executioner will take an interest. I'm sure he will find you as impressive as I do. Or, if you prefer, court the Inquisitor. Ask Scholar Dongao in the Scholar's Garden about him. I hear Dongao is closer to the Assassins than he should be. Unless you want me with you, I will wait at your flying machine. You travel with such interesting peasants. I'm sure I'll be entertained for hours.
Sí, vení conmigo a ver lo que puedes hacer. Acompáñame.
A wise preference. No offense intended to your amusing companions.
Moneditas, moneditas. Soldados.
Well, look who we have here. There's no princess to save you this time.
Sí, está aquí mismo.
Do you think we'd forget? You can't humiliate us and just walk away.
Vamos a bailar, ¿eh?
Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Not like this.
Solamente tienes un velo en la cara,
We'll
mujer.
teach
¿Cómo
you
no
to
te van a
insult the guard
reconocer?
of the Imperial City.
Leaping Tiger.
Tantos. Se está quemando. Hay una atril por acá. Sí. El argumento central de los filósofos ha vuelto a pasar inadvertido por el erudito Zhao Xiang. No pretendemos obstaculizar el desarrollo ni el aprendizaje. Los filósofos nos dedicamos a aprender tanto como podemos del mundo que nos rodea, pero sin embargo intentamos ver la mano de lo divino en medio del mundo físico y nos oponemos a aquellos que están dispuestos a despojarse de forma imprudente de las tradiciones del pasado, tan solo porque les parecen inapropiadas o caducas. El aprendizaje y el respeto por el pasado no tienen por qué ser mutuamente excluyentes. Únicamente queremos seguir aprendiendo sin deshonrar a los seres celestiales que nos han dado la vida. Y acá aquí hay atril de pergamino, otro más. Configuración de la serpiente. Concentración. Uff. Filósofo.
To achieve... Kongyu, el erudito, Tangwei. Ah, ya sé, acá tengo una misión también. Del extranjero que está molestando a todos los eruditos. Si bien el erudito Zhao Xiang ha planteado varios puntos de interés en su refutación de mi tratado sobre el mundo físico, su falta de respeto por lo divino es todavía más preocupante que su falta de comprensión del mundo que lo rodea. Estoy de acuerdo en que hay muchos aspectos de nuestro mundo que no pueden atribuirse únicamente a la influencia divina, pero al margen de los descubrimientos e investigaciones del erudito Dongao, lo cierto es que todo nuestro aprendizaje y nuestras mejoras se producen por la misericordiosa voluntad de los seres celestiales. Si no estuvieran ellos para guiarnos y bendecirnos, no tardaríamos en darnos
no tardaríamos en darnos cuenta que la investigación y la comprensión del mundo físico no bastan por sí solas para garantizar nuestra supervivencia. ¿Qué pasa acá? Ese combate se termina rápido.
As amusing as your savage dances are, once again I have proven the superiority of setting your nose to the grindstone and not mucking about. Now bring some refreshments in a proper mug, or I'll take back the coins of my home and country. Don't you heathens know the worth of a proper king's halfpenny?
Maldito inglés.
Generous visitor, if our customs are so displeasing to you, perhaps you should find lodging elsewhere?
Please? And leave you lot to your primitive ways? Tell them what I think of that, Squire Percival.
Sir Roderick Ponce Von Fontlebottom, the magnificent bastard, will do no such thing. He means to educate you all.
Good lad. Found him wading in the mud, planting weeds. You can't keep your crackers crisp doing that. Can't help you if you don't know the horror of a soggy biscuit. I've given him dignity, and unless one of you has the will to deny that I'm your better, I suggest you start learning. We'll have you in proper trousers by the morrow.
Estás insultando a un pueblo noble y antiguo, extranjero.
What's that? Someone stepping to the fore? Let's have a look at you. A woman? My dear. Not sure what topsy cradle you fell from, but in my country a lady knows her place. Unless she's queen.
Se llama progresismo.
The simple truth is that I have bested every one of you who has come forward, whether in tests of wit or combat. You faced a champion of king and country. Now, I didn't ask to land here, but if a storm is going to cast my ship into the very heart of such a dark empire, I'll bring the light of knowledge wherever I can. You must hunger for guidance. You're like children. I mean, only a handful of you can even grow a decent moustache. What kind of place is this?
Haré que te tragues esas palabras, extranjero, guaylo, maldita.
Is that your answer? To throw yourself into mindless combat? Only proves my point. A lot of you could bury me with bodies, but I'd still be your better. But if you want to bring more to the table, and a decent height table, none of this kneeling malarkey, I will grant you a chance to prove you are adequate. But I will acknowledge that I am likely to disagree just because I know you are, lacking. We will need educated men to judge the merits of our arguments.
¿Una especie de debate? ¿Es que tienes miedo de enfrentarte a mí en batalla?
Huh! Any dog can bite, but very few can speak. I've gone to pains to learn your barbaric tongue, only to find that none of you has much to say. I've heard a distinct lack of couplets and quatrains, to say nothing of pentameters. Is it any wonder you people live as you do? I charge you with defending the heart of your people. If a group of judges determines that you have adequately done so, I will declare you the winner.
Voy a humillarte aquí y luego en combate.
It's more likely I'll teach the rest by making an example of you. Here, these five standing about will be our judges. They look like a varied lot. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
Va a ser muy fácil, solo tenés que estar de acuerdo con todo lo que yo diga.
No, that would only prove his accusations that we cannot defend our culture on fair terms. We can't give in to that temptation. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
¿Qué clase de argumentos preferís?
I am ill equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against.
¿Qué estrategia debería utilizar?
The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really.
¿Y por qué hay piedritas
It
flotando
is
por
not
todo
so
este
much
lugar?
the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all.
Voy a prepararme para el debate.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
No te entendí nada. A ver, vamos a hablar con el viejo sabio que estaba por acá, mirando la piedrita flotante, la cabeza flotante. Tú, Tangwei.
Awukate yer, wa na pa yer, uk forti.
¿Qué tiene de majestuosa esa escultura?
Wo ayer you so yer supu no naafkaf. Sisa yer ukaru aya we yer. Ike kir kir washatiruk.
Si eres el maestro excavador, ¿qué haces aquí?
Ike kir washatiruk. Pir inni tinowir. Noni apatar wo kawarnif.
¿Y qué hacen las piedras tan vivaces?
Nik kukitro sa irwustak kithno. Ukyowir kwadner. Sunur no ku wu ifuwir sowir tatasi. Nisiso irka wikawar ir roren. Usa ir sa wi apihir ninu siso irtiuth.
Me tengo que ir.
Nisiso ir akuwu kusuwir wawuso irtan.
Estás loco, viejo. Con you.
I hope you're not here to pester me. I'm a very busy, important, and educated man, you know.
¿Qué tipo de estudios te tienen ocupado?
All manner of studies. The history of dramatic systems, applied theology, and, celestial integration. All of these are vital pursuits of knowledge. Not that you would understand such lofty matters.
¿Y tienes alguna obra que pueda haber leído?
Oh, I doubt it. You don't look the type for heavy reading.
Me he leído prácticamente todos los putos atriles de este
No,
juego.
but I am, and I certainly haven't heard of you.
Of course, none of my books are published yet, but as a scholar and a respected one, I will most certainly pen some marvelous books someday.
Básicamente. ¿Y qué es exactamente eso de teología aplicada?
Well, it's the application of the study of theological things, isn't it? For instance, knowing about spirits and then finding a use for that knowledge.
¿Me das un ejemplo?
Well, no, not really. This is the study of applied theology, not the application of studied theology.
No te
That's
entendés
something
ni
else
vos
entirely.
mismo, maldito seas. Integración celestial, esa te la has inventado.
Celestial integration means just that. It's integrated, celestially. Thus, the relationship between the heavens and earth is one of integration and, celestial. It's a very advanced field of research. It would take several lifetimes to understand it properly, which is why my position as a scholar is so irrefutable.
Ya me
A
cansé.
shame. My studies are very important to me. I am a scholar, after all.
¿Has visto a alguien aquí que parezca sospechoso?
Suspicious? Oh, heavens no. Everyone here is extremely legitimate and completely normal. Yes, indeed.
Ah, vos sos el que estoy buscando. ¿Ni siquiera el extranjero?
Well, no, not him. He, of course, isn't usual in the usual, sense. Not at all. Everyone else, though, is perfectly legitimate.
¿Te importaría que te hiciera algunas cuantas preguntas generales?
General questions? Who has time for such mundane subjects? Go ask one of the scholars. One of the other scholars, that is.
Eres Yukon el creativo, ¿no?
Of course not. I'm... Ah, dread. This isn't working at all. How did you know?
En un momento ya dará igual. Estarás muerto.
You're here to hunt me down, then. Lord Rento has it in for me, and I figured it would come to this. I don't suppose running would do me any good.
No. Si corres solo conseguirás morir cansado.
This is what passes for justice in the Imperial City?
No, es la justicia
I
de
was
Link, la
unjustly
erudita.
accused. I simply petitioned Lady Rento for some silver to support me as an actor. Patronage, it's called. She agreed, but her husband flew into a rage when he found out, and now I have a death sentence on my head. It's not fair. And if you were a decent person, you'd help me get out of this city instead of taking me in. It's the only way I'll get clear of Lord Rento's wrath.
Hablando contigo no gano plata. Ha llegado la hora de hacerse con una cabeza.
All the best actors die young.
No quiero hacer backtracking.
If we're going
Nada
to do
personal.
this, I might as well get out of these robes.
Como tú prefieres.
Leaping tiger.
Teología integrada. ¿Qué mierda más estaba diciendo? Un montón de estupideces. Una pérdida de tiempo. Vamos a hablar con el inglés este. No necesito consultar con ustedes tantos. Dime.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
¿Ese es un queso y un tenedor en tu armadura? ¿Qué clase de cambio planeas?
I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer.
No podemos pelear y nada más.
The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
Te desenmascaré como el necio que eres.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior. Well, what shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy.
¿Eh?
What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary.
¿Qué
Your
carajo?
understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
¿Eh? Tu postura revela que idolatras el oro. Es risible.
Well, Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
No queremos engendrar el mismo odio que te profesamos a ti.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
No deseamos que tal destrucción se abata sobre nuestra tierra.
Well, you are clearly in the minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I challenge your foolish beliefs and the irrational behaviors they produce. Dragons, spirits, and even talk of unresting dead. Just look at the collective foolishness that you call a floating palace. The constant superstitious yammering of your peasants even has me seeing it. And how the bloody hell would you get a moat up there? It's ridiculous, I say.
Una abrumadora cantidad de pruebas sustenta nuestras creencias locales.
Well, you are clearly in
Maldita
the
sea.
minority, but I can spare no quarter. To the next topic. I say that you don't seem to understand the relationship between the ruling class and the peasantry. Your commoners are far too happy to be productive. A proper spiral of misery shows that they are doing a decent day's work. Your peasants only suffer because of foolish superstitions about the dead walking around.
Ese tema es tan irrelevante como los campesinos de los que hables.
Well, you are clearly in
Maldita
the
sea.
minority,
Maldito
but I can
inglés.
spare no quarter. To the next topic.
Ay, Dios.
This will be the final topic. If you don't have a majority at the end of this round, you will have to admit that I have outdone you. A simple criticism. Your ridiculous clothes. Not a decently puffed pair of trousers to be seen. I ask you, what have you done on the pantaloon front?
¿De qué hablas? Mis leggings son
And why
geniales.
do you remain so clean when any sane man knows the only way to keep devils of the dark at bay is to be brash and to carry the air of the earth? Bathing is bad for the humors as well. Do you people know nothing of maintaining your bile?
Así que apestas porque quieres, necio nauseabundo.
Well, it would seem that a majority of your fellows have decided your arguments were more persuasive. I expected no less. I could not expect a fair contest in the heart of your city. I was a fool to think otherwise. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
Te derroté porque me parece que fue al revés, pero bueno. Te enseñaré una lección sobre el respeto debido, perro.
You have offended me, fool. So be it. You'll face my full wrath in the closest location with room for proper maneuvers. Mirabelle will sit you down. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
Yo te lo demostraré con mis garritas. Estoy preparado.
What? Good! Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You are about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
Bastante hábil. Esos saltitos de Kung Fu, a pesar de ser un maldito inglés. Engreído. Toma, métete tu escopeta en el trasero. Y voy a mirar en su cadáver, ¿eh?
That was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick, within the rules you've specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humours are in disarray, I tell you. I supposed I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny.
Llévate tus tristes huesos y sal de aquí.
There's no need to shout. I'm sure my expulsion is part of some post-duel tradition of yours. Well, my country has one as well. To the victor goes the spoils. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
No sé qué hiciste. Lo que busco es fuerza física.
A manual of regimented conditioning will serve you well. Red meat, constitutionals, and union suit calisthenics. You're never so fit as when the johns are long. Right, first of all, fluff my travelling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
Entrenamiento del caballero honesto. Ok. ¿Y estás contento, verdad?
A well-fought victory against that outlander buffoon. You showed that he could not best us in battle, mentally or physically. We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it.
Exijo más. Compláceme o lo lamentarás.
I did not expect this from someone who performed so well in the debate. Clearly the Outlander's boorish nature has rubbed off on you. Here, a few more coins, but there will be no more. If attention is brought to this now, you will suffer as much as the rest of us. Our business is concluded. Thank you once again. Now, goodbye.
Es un debate. ¿Qué carajo se les están acabando las ideas? Yo quería pelear. Bueno, y peleamos al final, pero fue una pelea decepcionante, ¿eh?